Hello aspirants, welcome to Environment course by UPSC Experts. See, we are doing PT 365 of 2024 and 2025. So this is part 6 of PT 365. So let's go to the PT 365 and start with part 6. See, in this class, we are going to cover the rest things. So this is going to be last part of this PT 365. See, we have covered till 6 parts. So seventh part is places in news, right? India. So first is rivers which are in news, right? So first we will cover Saravati River. Saravati River. So it is very important river, right? Last year question bhi aaya, right? In 2024 there was a question on Saravati River, that is NGT tells Karnataka to curb illegal sand mining in Saravati River, right? So Saravati River is first, it is, see here in map, see Saravati River is this one. So this is west flowing river. So flows from east to west, right? And फिर आके अरेबियन सी में मिलती है, right? So originates in Western Ghats, right? Western Ghats, that is Ambu Tirtha in Western Ghats in Karnataka. So this is originates in Ambu Tirtha in Western Ghats in Karnataka, and its tributaries are Haridravati and Ennehole and Nagodi. Tributaries इतना important नहीं है, याद करने की ज्यादा जरूरत भी नहीं है. And next is waterfall. See, Jog Falls, one of the highest plunge waterfall. In fact, this is the second highest plunge waterfall in India, right? So Jog waterfall, also called as Gersopa waterfall, right? Gersopa waterfall, right? Or Gersopa dam is also constructed here, right? So Gersopa waterfall or Jog waterfall is there on Saravati River. So in 2024 question is on this one. Gersopa is given instead of Jog. Many students, they know Jog Falls, but they don't know Jog Falls is called Gersopa Falls, right? So, and it is on Saravati River. Saravati Valley Wildlife Sanctuary is located in the Saravati River Valley, right? Then dam is Mahatma Gandhi Hydroelectricity Dam or Gersopa Dam is also there, right? So this is again very important river. Saravati River is west flowing river, right? Then next is Periyar River, right? Periyar River. So Periyar River is in Kerala, right? Periyar River is in Kerala. See this one. This is the Periyar River, right? Sorry. This one is not Periyar River. See this Periyar River is small river. It is in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So here this one is Periyar River, right? Mostly in Kerala, right? So Periyar River is the perennial and longest river in Kerala. Longest river in Kerala. Perennial is water is there throughout the year, right? That is perennial year. So in Periyar River, you see mass fish deaths were reported here, right? Origin is in Sivagiri Hills of Western Ghats, right? Flows through Periyar Tiger Reserve and reaches Periyar Lake and flows into Vembanad Lake and finally into Arabian Sea. So Vembanad Lake we have already discussed while discussing about the class, right? So Periyar River flows through Vembanad Lake and finally into the Arabian Sea, right? Tributaries are not that important, right? No need to remember. Major dams are Idukki Dam, Mulla Periyar Dam and Idamalaya Dam, right? So Mulla Periyar is important. It is there in news. So Mulla Periyar Dam is on Periyar River, right? Then Noyal River, you can remember. So it is tributary of Kaveri River, right? Rest, right? Things are not that important. Then see, Baki Subansiri River and all you would be studying in geography. Either itna important information diya nahi hai, right? Then Jaidal River also not much important information is given. Then you can remember this Tizu and Junki River, right? Tizu and Junki River, that is Inland Waterways Authority of India and Nagaland government to conduct detailed feasibility study for development of National Waterways 101, right? So Tizu River is in Nagaland, origin is in Nagaland, falls into Chinwin River, which is tributary of Irrawaddy, right? So main tributaries are Junki, Lani and Likimbro, right? वो इतना important नहीं है. Junki, biggest tributary of Tiju is in Nagaland. So बस ये तिजू रिवर है नागालैंड, एंड इट इज नॉट ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ जो ब्रह्मपुत्र का ट्रिब्यूटरी नहीं है, ये याद करना है, राइट। एंड रेस्ट रिवर जो है वो एनसीईआरटी का चैप्टर है ज्योग्राफी का, राइट। यू नीड टू स्टडी फ्रॉम देयर, राइट। एवरी ईयर क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड फ्रॉम रिवर्स, राइट। रेस्ट ये भी अपर सियांग हाइड्रोजन प्रोजेक्ट, नो नीड टू रिमेंबर, इतना ज्यादा कुछ है नहीं, राइट। मैं मोस्टली इधर सरवती रिवर इज इंपॉर्टेंट एंड पेरियार रिवर इज इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट, राइट। बाकी ये भी इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है नहीं, राइट। इफ यू वांट यू कैन स्किप। Then next is see other places in news. So we'll be first doing with this one, that is Anming La Pass. Right? See, passes are again important. So you must cover every pass, every important pass. Right? एक लिस्ट बना दो, राइट। पासेस से कौन सा स्टेट में है, राइट। अगर कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट रिलेटेड है तो मुश्किल से 10-15 पासेस है, राइट। सो मेक नोट्स ऑफ दोस पासेस, राइट। एक पेज में यू कैन simply make notes which would be helpful, right? So first news में जो पास है that is Unming La Pass, Unming La Pass. So first watch a video on it, then we can discuss it.
देखिए इस एरिया में आपको देखने को मिलता है उमलिंग पास। अब ये जो आपका एरिया है हाईएस्ट मोटरेबल रोड बन चुका है वर्ल्ड का, जिसे कंस्ट्रक्ट किया है बीआरओ ने। इसे कंस्ट्रक्ट किया गया है प्रोजेक्ट हिमांग के अंडर, और ये एरिया काफी नजदीक है आपके इंडिया चाइना बॉर्डर के। तो इस वीडियो में इतना ही, धन्यवाद।
Right, so you have watched the video, sorry, right. See, new space research and technology successfully tested 100 kilometers unmanned aerial vehicle here. So world's highest motorable road, see, world's highest motorable road constructed by Bro under project Himak. Unming La is world's highest motorable pass, right. In video also it is seen. So Unming La Pass, so it is there where, right. Here location is given incorrect, so it is somewhere here, right. World's highest motorable road, right. Unming La Pass, right. So it is somewhere here, right. Then Mulla Periyar Dam, right. Mulla Periyar Dam, that is Tamil Nadu moved to Supreme Court alleging that Kerala is obstructing in strengthening work of Mulla Periyar Dam. So Mulla Periyar Dam is in what? Periyar River, right. Constructed in 1887 and 1895 के बीच में constructed हुआ by Britishers, right. Located within that Periyar Tiger Reserve in Kerala. So Mulla Periyar Dam है, Periyar Tiger Reserve में अंदर है, right. So purpose is to divert the waters of River Periyar eastwards to Tamil Nadu, that is Vaigai Basin. So operated and maintained by Tamil Nadu. So Mulla Periyar Dam is operated and maintained by Tamil Nadu, right. So the Tamil Nadu is trying to work, right, कुछ repair work कर रही है to make the dam more strong, right. Strengthening work के लिए, उसके लिए Kerala government is obstructing, right. Move to further, Tamil Nadu government has moved to Supreme Court, right. That is there. Then Promenade Beach of Puducherry, right. It was also in news, right. Puducherry way, because it turned red due to plankton crash. Plankton crash, that is, see, a special type of plankton, right. It has grown enormously, right. Overtaking other plankton, right. So because of that red color plankton, ठीक है, उनका ज्यादा ग्रोथ होने की वजह से रेड कलर में टर्न हुआ, राइट. सो इधर भी याद करना क्या है, दैट इज Promenade Beach. So Promenade Beach is in Puducherry, right. ये फेमस बीच है पुडुचेरी में, टूरिस्ट स्पॉट है. So Promenade Beach is in Puducherry, that you need to remember, right. The next is Lipu Lake Pass. Lipu Lake Pass again very important. क्यों है? This is at the tri-junction of Nepal. See, here it is Nepal, right, and here it is China. So it is in Uttarakhand. So Uttarakhand, Nepal, right, और China का ट्राई जंक्शन में है लिपू लेक पास, एंड इट इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट स्पॉट फॉर द मानसरोवर कैलाश, माउंट कैलाश टूरिस्ट प्लेस, राइट. सो उसके से क्या हुआ, सी 2020 में बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड एंड बिकॉज ऑफ बॉर्डर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विथ चाइना, राइट. सो बॉर्डर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, सो ये पास बंद किया गया चाइना से, राइट. सो चाइना से बंद किया, सो नाउ पीपल कैनॉट गो टू माउंट कैलाश, राइट. माउंट कैलाश इज एडोब ऑफ लॉर्ड शिवा, राइट. सो नहीं जा पा रहे थे, अभी रिसेंटली ओपन किया गया, दैट इज फर्स्ट बैच ऑफ पिलग्रिम्स व्यूड माउंट कैलाश एडोब फ्रॉम ओल्ड लिपू लेक पास, जो पुराना लिपू लेक पास थे उधर से गए फिर एलो किया तो, राइट। देन लोकेटेड, इट इज लोकेटेड ऑन इंटरनेशनल माउंटेन पास इन व्यास वैली उत्तराखंड। सो दिस इज उत्तराखंड, सो उत्तराखंड में है, राइट। सो फॉर्म्स ट्राई जंक्शन बिटवीन इंडिया, नेपाल एंड चाइना, टिबेट, राइट। सो इंडिया, नेपाल एंड चाइना, टिबेट का ट्राई जंक्शन में है लिपू लेक पास, लिपू लेक पास माउंट कैलाश के लिए, राइट। इनहेबिटेड बाय बूटिया ट्राइब जो है उधर रहता है। सो लिपू लेक इज अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट, उनमिंगला इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट। देन सियांग वैली इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, सियांग रिवर जो है वो सियांग वैली है, राइट, यू कैन थ्रो। सो दैट इज देयर। नाउ लेट्स डू नेक्स्ट वन, दैट इज इंटरनेशनल water bodies, right? So international water bodies in news, right? So first thing is we need to remember Seine river, right? Seine river is in Paris, right? जैसे दिल्ली में यमुना है, right? वैसे पेरिस में सीन रिवर है, right? So you need to remember it, right? See कैसे याद कर सकते हैं? See Paris, right? And Seine, right? So S, right? Parisine, right? So Parisine, दिल्लीite की तरह पैरिसीन एंड एस से शुरू होता है, सो ऐसा पैरिसीन, सीन रिवर इज इन पेरिस, ऐसा याद कर सकते हैं, राइट। सो इट इज फ्रांस सेकेंड लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर आफ्टर लोइरे, राइट, एंड एम्प्टीज इनटू इंग्लिश चैनल, ये भी याद कर सकते हैं, इंग्लिश चैनल में एम्प्टी होगा, राइट। सो दैट इज सीन रिवर, राइट, पेरिस में है, इंग्लिश चैनल में एम्प्टी होती है। देन नेक्स्ट इज नाइल रिवर, राइट। सो नाइल रिवर इज अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सो लेट्स वॉच ए वीडियो।
आज हम जानेंगे दुनिया की सबसे लंबी नदी के बारे में, जो है नाइल रिवर। ये रिवर इक्वेटर के साउथ से चलती हुई नॉर्थवर्ड फ्लो करती है थ्रू नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न अफ्रीका और मेडिटेरेनियन सी में जाकर ड्रेन हो जाती है। नाइल रिवर का बेसिन लगभग 11 देशों में फैला हुआ है, जो है डेमोक्रेटिक रिपब्लिक ऑफ कोंगो, तंजानिया, बुरुंडी, रवांडा, युगांडा, केनिया, इथियोपिया, इरिट्रिया, साउथ सुडान, सूडान और इजिप्ट। असल में नाइल रिवर 2 रिवर से मिलकर बनी है, व्हाइट नाइल और ब्लू नाइल। व्हाइट नाइल युगांडा के लेक विक्टोरिया से निकलती है। इसके सफेद होने का कारण व्हाइट कलर्ड क्ले सेडिमेंट्स हैं, और ब्लू नाइल इथियोपिया के लेक ताना से आती है। इसी रिवर पर लोकेटेड है अफ्रीका का वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट ग्रेट रेनासा डैम। दोनों रिवर खार्तुम यानी सूडान में जाकर मिल जाती हैं और वहीं से नाइल रिवर कहलाती है। इजिप्त का आसवान डैम नाइल पर बना एक मेजर डैम है, जिसमें लेक नासिर भी है, जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और इरिगेशन के लिए क्रूशियल है। नाइल रिवर सिर्फ एक नदी नहीं, बल्कि इजिप्शियन सिविलाइजेशन का एक बैकबोन है।
राइट, सो यू हैव वॉच द वीडियो ऑन नाइल रिवर, राइट। सो नाइल रिवर में क्या हुआ रिसेंटली, एग्रीमेंट ऑन इक्विटेबल यूज ऑफ वाटर रिसोर्सेज फ्रॉम द नाइल रिवर बेसिन हैज कम इनटू फोर्स। सो वाटर शेयरिंग एग्रीमेंट हुआ, राइट, अमॉन्ग 9 रिवर्स, सो नेगोशिएटेड बाय 9 कंट्रीज, राइट, 9 कंट्रीज। अब नाइल का बेसिन है 11 कंट्रीज में, राइट, वीडियो में भी we have seen, so basin 11 countries में, but river flows through 9 countries, right? So river is in 9 countries and और या ये agreement भी 9 countries ने negotiate किया। Those countries are Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Egypt, Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda, Sudan, Tanzania and Uganda, right? इन countries से पास हुआ नाइल रिवर, राइट। ये कंट्रीज एग्रीमेंट किया। सो इट इज वर्ल्ड्स लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर, वर्ल्ड्स का दुनिया का लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर है। ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम रिवर्स दैट फीड लेक विक्टोरिया, सो लेक विक्टोरिया से ओरिजिनेट हुआ, राइट, लेक विक्टोरिया, राइट। एंड लेक विक्टोरिया का सराउंडिंग कंट्रीज ऑल्सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर, दैट इज कट, राइट, दैट इज केन्या, युगांडा एंड तंजानिया, राइट, कट, केन्या, युगांडा एंड तांजानिया, राइट। लेक विक्टोरिया इन 3 कंट्रीज में है, कट से याद करना है, राइट। देन इट ड्रेन्स इनटू मेडिटेरेनियन सी। सो अब कई बार ये दे सकता है, इट ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम मेडिटेरेनियन सी एंड ड्रेन्स इनटू लेक विक्टोरिया। नो, ओरिजिनेट्स इन लेक विक्टोरिया एंड ड्रेन्स इनटू मेडिटेरेनियन सी। मेडिटेरेनियन सी में भाई इजिप्ट है, इजिप्ट का कैपिटल कैरो, राइट, कैरो से होके मेडिटेरेनियन सी में जाती है ये, राइट, दैट आल्सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर, राइट, कैरो से जाती है ये रिवर, राइट। देन 2 मेन ट्रिब्यूटरीज, सो इन वीडियो आल्सो वी हैव सीन, सो व्हाइट नाइल ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम बुरुंडी एंड रवाना एंड ब्लू नाइल ओरिजिनेटिंग इन इथियोपिया, राइट। सो ब्लू नाइल पहले जाती है, फिर इधर से व्हाइट नाइल आके मिलती है, राइट, देन फिर उसके बाद से नाइल जाती है एंड नाइल कैरो के बाद से जाके इट मीट्स इन मेडिटेरेनियन सी में ड्रेन होती है। So that is river Nile, that is longest river in the world, right? Then next thing, see this no need to remember, right? Then lake, ये भी important नहीं है. Then see, we have already seen this Pantanal wetland, right? Pantanal wetland we have already seen. This is world's largest tropical wetland, right? अभी क्या भयंकर फाइट्स, वाइल्ड फाइट्स हो रहा है पंतानल वेटलैंड में, राइट? एंड पंतानल वेटलैंड इज स्प्रेड इन 3 कंट्रीज, दैट इज बीबीपी, बोलिविया, ब्राजील एंड पैराग्वे. Bolivia, Brazil and Paraguay. So comprises of UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site, Biosphere Reserve and 2 Ramsar sites है इसमें, right? So that is very important. Pantanal wetland किस countries में है, right? Tropical wetland, world's largest tropical wetland है, right? So ये याद करना है. Then ये भी लेक करीबा भी important नहीं है, लेक तुर्काना भी important नहीं है, right? Then next is Aral Sea. So Aral Sea is very important. So इसमें भी वीडियो देखो.
Aral Sea in Central Asia is surrounded in the north by Kazakhstan and south by Uzbekistan. Once it was the 4th largest freshwater lake in the world, लेकिन अभी it has shrunk 90% and यहाँ पर आपको मिलता है Aralkum, which is the world's youngest desert. ऐसा क्यों हुआ? 1960s में सोवियत यूनियन डिसाइडेड कि जो इसकी 2 ट्रिब्यूटरीज हैं, अमू दरिया और सिर दरिया, उसका वाटर वुड बी डाइवर्टेड फॉर इरिगेशन to the countries like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan for cotton and other crops cultivation. उसके बाद शुरू हुई इसकी ओवर हार्वेस्टिंग और यहाँ तक पानी नहीं पहुँचा. That means कि the water kept on decreasing. In fact, fresh water से water brackish भी. In fact, Ban Ki-moon has also called this world's worst ecological disaster.
Right? So you have seen the video, right? So Aral Sea is in between UK. How to remember it? Right? Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan में है ये, right? So उन दोनों कंट्री से सराउंडेड है. So how to remember it? UK, right? Aral Sea, UK, Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, right? Then rest thing we have seen, see 90% of the Aral Sea has turned into desert, right? Because जो भी Aral Sea में rivers drain हो रहे थे, right? उनको कॉटन के लिए, कल्टीवेशन के लिए यूज किया उनका वाटर एंड वो Aral Sea में मिल नहीं पाए. So because of that 90% of Aral Sea is now desert, right? Desert emerged due to the drying up of Aral Sea made Central Asia ये much dustier place, right? Desert हुआ, उस desert की वजह से भाई काफी dust उड़ रही थी, right? Dustier place, right? So that is with respect to Aral Sea, right? Aral Sea countries is UK. Then you can also remember Black Sea, right? Black Sea का bordering countries क्या है? So what is the trick? Trick you can remember is Black Sea brew at the rate Russian gate. Brew at the rate Russian gate, right? Russian gate. So here B is Bulgaria, R is Romania, U is Ukraine, right? And Russia are again Russia, and J gate is Georgia, and T is Turkey. Right? So brew at the rate Russian gate, right? GETE gate. So T means here T and G Russian and brew, right? Like that you can remember Black Sea ka bordering countries, right? So right, now let's go to next. So then बाकी सब important नहीं है. So basically इस पेज में, right, Seine River, Paris, Nile River important, Aral Sea important, then Pantanal wetland important, and we have learned Black Sea कैसे याद करना है. Black Sea का brew at the rate Russian gate, right? Then next is the international geographical features in news, right? Other geographical features, ये इतना important है नहीं, right? कुछ खास अच्छा इंफॉर्मेशन है नहीं. कॉन्गो बेसिन है, वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड, राइट? जब पीट लैंड्स कवर कर रहे थे, राइट? क्वेश्चन भी आया हुआ था. सो वी हैव कवर्ड देयर. सो हियर इट्स नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट. ये सब कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें है नहीं, राइट? वी कैन मूव फॉरवर्ड. सी वी नीड टू फोकस ऑन इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स. सब चीजें कचरा याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, राइट. देन अदर कंट्रीज इन न्यूज, राइट, कंट्रीज इन न्यूज में यू कैन से सी पनामा सिटी, राइट, फर्स्ट नेशन टू इवैक्यूएट आइलैंड कम्युनिटी फ्रॉम आइलैंड ऑफ गर्डी सगडब आइलैंड, ठीक है, गर्डी सगडब आइलैंड ओवर क्लाइमेट चेंज इंपैक्ट. इस आइलैंड में आइलैंड कम्युनिटी को इवैक्यूएट किया बिकॉज ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज. सो फर्स्ट नेशन टू इवैक्यूएट आइलैंड कम्युनिटी फ्रॉम आइलैंड, राइट, ओवर क्लाइमेट चेंज इंपैक्ट. सो दैट इज हैपेंड इन पनामा, राइट, पनामा, राइट. आइलैंड क्या है? गर्बी सगडब आइलैंड, राइट. देन नेक्स्ट इज चाइना अनवेल्ड द वर्ल्ड्स फर्स्ट ड्यूअल tower solar thermal power plant which boosts energy efficiency by 24%. See, here also watch a video, right?
A solar thermal power plant differs from power generation using solar panels. This type of power plant uses numerous mirrors arranged around a central tower. All the mirrors reflect the sunlight towards the tower. Inside the tower, there is a heat transfer fluid that turns into steam as it's heated. This steam is then converted into mechanical energy in a turbine, which drives a generator to produce electricity.
So you have watched the video, right? What is that dual tower solar thermal power plant? See, while discussing solar power, we have seen there are two types of solar power generation. One is solar thermal power plant, right? That is solar से sun से, right, सन से मिरर से टर्बाइन स्टीम जनरेट किया जाएगा, कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड सोलर थर्मल पावर प्लांट, राइट. देन नेक्स्ट इज फोटोवोल्टिक से डायरेक्टली जनरेट किया जाएगा, राइट. सो दिस इज द वर्ल्ड्स ड्यूअल टावर, राइट. जो टावर है, द वीडियो यू हैव सीन, द टावर इट हैज टू टावर्स, राइट. सो टू टावर से इट जनरेट्स हीट सो दैट पानी स्टीम गर्म होगा, राइट, एंड टर्बाइन घूमेगी, उससे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट होगा, राइट. द नेक्स्ट इज UK became the first country to stop electricity production from coal post the closure of its last coal based power plant. So last coal based power plant भी बंद किया UK ने, right, and it became the first country to stop electricity from coal, right. Then Colombia में Bogota, the capital of Colombia, started water rationing due to low levels of water in its reservoirs, right. So water rationing शुरू किया, right. Then Denmark will introduce a tax on livestock carbon dioxide emissions from 2030, making it the first country to do so, right. It is basically imposing a tax on CO2 emissions from livestock. CO2 emissions from livestock. So it will be the first country. So that is Denmark, right. How to remember it? So Den में livestock से, like उनमें CO2 emissions का tax लग रहा है. So Denmark, right. Then next, disaster affected areas. Again, इधर भी कुछ ज्यादा important है नहीं, right. You can simply skip it, right. Then let's move to next. That is protected areas in news, right. So protected areas we will go and study one by one. See, this is Andhra Pradesh में, that is Kaundinya Wildlife Sanctuary. Kaundinya Wildlife Sanctuary, right. Here, Sri Lankan golden-backed frog has been rediscovered. Discovered after 200 years in India at Kaundinya Wildlife Sanctuary. So Kaundinya Wildlife Sanctuary lies in Kuppam and Palmansar ranges of Andhra Pradesh, right. So basically इधर कुछ याद नहीं करना है. Kaundinya Wildlife Sanctuary is in Andhra Pradesh. That's it. उससे ज्यादा कुछ याद करना ही नहीं है. Then Itanagar Wildlife Sanctuary, we know Itanagar is capital of Arunachal Pradesh. It is in Arunachal Pradesh. बस इतना ही याद करना है और कुछ याद नहीं करना. Then Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary. See, ये important है. Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary because it's always there in news, right? So Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary ये कहाँ है? ये याद करना है. That is, it is in Assam. Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary, right. So National Green Tribunal has taken notice of polling stations, schools and other construction activities in Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary, right. Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary, foothills of Himalayas, Assam, right. So together with the Nameri National Park, it फॉर्म्स सोंटी कमिया वाइल्ड लाइफ सैंक्चुरी एंड इंपॉर्टेंट बर्ड सैंक्चुरी. बाकी इतना याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बस ये याद करना है. सोनई रूपाई वाइल्ड लाइफ सैंक्चुरी इज इन असम, राइट. देन नेक्स्ट इज काजीरंगा नेशनल पार्क. नेक्स्ट इज काजीरंगा नेशनल पार्क, राइट. सो काजीरंगा नेशनल पार्क, right, it is in Assam, we know, right. ये important है, right. Right, but we will be studying about Kaziranga National Park more comprehensively, right. अभी के लिए इसको skip करते हैं, right. या जो भी information है उतना है नहीं इसमें, right. So we'll do it later, right. Kaziranga National Park. Then Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary is important, so it is in Bihar, right. It is in Bihar, right. National Tiger Conservation Authority has given approval to develop Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary as Bihar's second tiger reserve after Valmiki Tiger Reserve. So now Bihar has Valmiki Tiger Reserve, right? It is there in Bihar, right? And Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary will also be developed as Tiger Reserve, right? So location in Kaimur Hills Plateau, right? Kaimur Hills Plateau. So Kaimur Hills भी इधर से पता चल गया Kaimur Hills कहाँ है, right? Location, right? It is in Bihar, right? Spread over central highlands, right? Satpura, Maikal Hills and Vindhya, Bagelkhand Hills and Chota Nagpur Plateau, right? बस इतना याद करना है. Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary is in Bihar. Now it is designated as wildlife, tiger reserve, right? Then Sukna Wildlife Sanctuary is in Chandigarh, right? Sukna Wildlife Sanctuary is in Chandigarh. Center has recently issued draft notification demarcating ecologically sensitive zone around Sukna Wildlife Sanctuary, right. Ecological sensitive zone we have already discussed, right. Environment Protection Act के अंदर इसको declare कर सकते हैं, right. So it is located in Chandigarh at the foothills of Shivaliks, right. Then Sukna Lake, right, situated adjacent to Sukna Lake. So Sukna Lake is also in Chandigarh. Then ये important है, Guru Ghasidas Temor Pingla Tiger Reserve. Guru Ghasidas Temor Pingla, Guru Ghasidas Temor Pingla Tiger Reserve. Guru Ghasidas Temor Pingla Tiger Reserve. So it is in छत्तीसगढ़. सी कैसे याद करना है, सी गुरु घासीदास जी जी ऐसा लिखते हैं ना. सो जी जी सी को ऐसा लिखते हैं. सो सी को एक्सटेंशन करते हैं तो गुरु घासीदास. सो इट इज इन छत्तीसगढ़, राइट. सो कुछ जी जी, राइट. गुरु घासीदास तिमोर पिंगला. सो जी को ऐसा लिखते हैं. सो सी जी छत्तीसगढ़, राइट. या सी जी छत्तीसगढ़, राइट. ऐसा भी याद कर सकते हैं. गुरु घासीदास तिमोर पिंगला is notified by Chhattisgarh as the fourth tiger reserve of the state, right. So it is third largest tiger reserve in the country, right. Third largest tiger reserve भी है country का, गुरु घासीदास tiger reserve, right. And after first कौन सा, नागार्जुन सागर श्रीशैलम tiger reserve, right. It is question asked in 2020. And Manas tiger reserve is the second largest tiger reserve, right. And third largest tiger reserve in the country is Guru Ghasidas Tiger Reserve, right. This is the third largest, right. Then tiger reserve are notified by the state government as per the provisions under section 38V of the Wildlife Protection Act on the advice of National Tiger Conservation Authority, right. We have already discussed, right, while discussing tiger reserves, right. So Wildlife Protection Act के अंदर on the advice of the state government declare करती है, right. So it is formed by integrating Guru Ghasidas National Park and Tamor Pingla Wildlife Sanctuary, right. Tamor Pingla Sanctuary named after Tamor and Pingala Reserve Forest after Tamor Pahar and Pingala River, right. So located at Chota Nagpur Plateau and some parts of Bagelkhand Plateau, right. Located at, right. So बस इतना याद करना है, right. State क्या है, right. ये third biggest है वो याद करना है, right. Rest इतना important है नहीं. Then Karnataka. So Karnataka में we have Bhadra Tiger Reserve. Again it is important, Bhadra Tiger Reserve, right. So बस यही जानना है, Bhadra Tiger Reserve is located in Karnataka, right. Location Western Ghats of Karnataka, right. Then Bhadra River, that is tributary of Tungabhadra, also passes through it, right. Then Gugua National Fossils Park, yes, ये Fossils Park है, National Fossils Park, it is in Madhya Pradesh, right. So prehistoric artifacts made from fossil wood found in Gugwa National Fossils Park, including use of fossilized tree trunks as raw materials for tools for early man. Right. So this is again बस यही important है. ये कहाँ है? Right. Gugwa National Fossils Park. It is in Madhya Pradesh. Right. Then Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. It was recently approved as second site for the translocation of cheetahs after Kuno Palpur National Park, Madhya Pradesh. So Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, right? Second location for the translocation of cheetahs. Translocation of cheetahs from Africa से हम लोग translocate कर रहे थे. तो Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary is the second approved location for that after Kuno Palpur National Park, right? Then Pench Tiger Reserve, right? This is again important. Pench Tiger Reserve is in Madhya Pradesh, right? Pench Tiger Reserve, right? Advanced artificial intelligence system for early detection of forest fires has been launched at Pench Tiger Reserve, right? Pench Tiger Reserve spread across states of Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh in lower southern reaches of Satpura Hills, right? So Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh में, right? And ये भी है finds mentioned in I Akbari and its original setting of it is the original setting of Rudyard Kipling's most famous work, The Jungle Book. Right? ये important है. Right? आइले अकबरी and Kipling's का The Jungle Book का ये इसी में बेसिस पे हुआ था. Right? इसी को मेंशन किया था. Right? Pench Tiger Reserve. Right? Then River Pench. Right? Then बाकी सब इतना important है नहीं. So then next is Maharashtra में Sahyadri Tiger Reserve. So Sahyadri Tiger Reserve is in Maharashtra, right? Maharashtra plans to relocate tigers to Sahyadri Tiger Reserve from the Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve in Chandrapur district, right? Translocate करने के लिए कोशिश कर रही है tigers को. Then Tamil Nadu में Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve and Mudumalai Tiger Reserves are there, right? If you want, you can just simply go through the content. Mostly तो states याद करना है, right? किस स्टेट में क्या है, राइट? एंड इधर एक पॉइंट है विच यू नीड टू रिमेंबर इज सी इट इज मुदुमलाई टाइगर रिजर्व इज पार्ट ऑफ नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व along with Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary, Bandipur National Park and Mukurti National Park and Silent Valley National Park, right? अब ये चीज याद करना है. सी ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट दैट इज जैसे नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व है, नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व राइट. सो नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व है, राइट? उसके अंदर, राइट, बहुत सारे वाइल्ड लाइफ सैंक्चुरीज और नेशनल पार्क्स है, राइट? 5 मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वी नीड टू रिमेंबर आर सी फर्स्ट इज वायानाड वाइल्ड लाइफ सैंक्चुरी, राइट? वायानाड वाइल्ड लाइफ सैंक्चुरी नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व में. देन सेकेंड is बंदीपुर नेशनल पार्क, बंदीपुर नेशनल पार्क जो कर्नाटक में, राइट? सो बिकॉज नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व इज स्प्रेड अक्रॉस 3 स्टेट्स दैट इज कर्नाटका, केरला एंड तमिलनाडु, राइट? अब देन मुकुर्ती नेशनल पार्क इज देयर, राइट? मुकुर्ती नेशनल पार्क, राइट? देन फोर्थ इज साइलेंट वैली नेशनल पार्क, साइलेंट वैली नेशनल पार्क है, राइट? एंड फिफ्थ इज मुदुमलाई टाइगर रिजर्व, मुदुमलाई टाइगर रिजर्व, राइट? ये 5 नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व के अंदर है, राइट? सीधा क्वेश्चन आ सकता है विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर सिचुएटेड इनसाइड नीलगिरी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व, राइट? दे आर कैन बी रिमेंबर्ड एज वेस्ट बंगाल MMS, वेस्ट बंगाल का MMS रिलीज हुआ, राइट? दैट इज द वेस्ट वायानाड, B is बंदीपुर, M is मुकुर्ती, राइट? एंड M is मुदुमलाई एंड S is Silent Valley, right? So West Bengal MMS is situated under Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, right? So this is very important. So trick to remember is West Bengal MMS, right? So West Bengal Wayanad, right? Bandipur, Mukurti, Mudumalai and Silent Valley National Park, right? So very important. Now let's move to next. See, this is Ittur Nagaram Wildlife Sanctuary. So Ittur Nagaram Wildlife Sanctuary is witnessing forest fires. So it is in Telangana, right? Telangana, right? And ये important है, host one of the सम्मक्का सारक्का जातरा, ठीक है, ये भी तेलंगाना में होता है, right? Largest tribal जातरा है, right? And it is Tunguram, it is one of the oldest sanctuaries situated in Warangal, established in 1953, right? So lies on border of Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh and Telangana, right? Then ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, मुरुगुवानी नेशनल पार्क. सी मुरुगुवानी नेशनल पार्क इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? इट इज लोकेटेड इन हैदराबाद, तेलंगाना. सो हैदराबाद सिटी में है, राइट? सो सिटी में, राइट, इट इज स्प्रेड ओवर 1200 acres, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. दैट इज मुरुगुवानी नेशनल पार्क, राइट? मुरुगुवानी नेशनल पार्क. And next is, so that is species in news, right? So species, most of the species we have already covered, right? So जो उसमें कवर नहीं है, right, in our core subject notes, उसमें कवर नहीं है, वो इधर कवर करेंगे, right? So at the end हमसे कुछ मिस ही नहीं होगा, right? We will be covering everything comprehensively. जो क्लासेस में मिस होगा वो PT 365 में कवर होगा, और PT 365 में कवर नहीं हुआ, राइट, वो पास 10 ईयर का PT 365 उनसे कवर करेंगे. अगर उनसे भी कवर नहीं हुआ तो विल बी डूइंग इन क्वेश्चंस, राइट? PYQs भी किया है, राइट? सो एवरी एनवायरमेंट वुड बी कवर्ड comprehensively under our course, right? So species in news, first is gray wolf. Gray wolf, right? The operation Bedia has been launched by the UP government to capture man-eating wolf in UP, right? Man-eating wolf. अब देखो, अगेन हमने ये डिस्कस किया भाई, अगर मान ले मैन ईटिंग एनिमल है, राइट, उसको मारना है, हु हैज द पावर, राइट? दैट इज चीफ वाइल्ड लाइफ ऑफिसर, राइट? चीफ वाइल्ड लाइफ ऑफिसर है, वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट के अंदर हमने देखा था, राइट? सो दैट वी हैव डिस्कस, राइट? देन इंडियन वुल्फ है, राइट, इट इज लीस्ट कंसर्न, साइट्स अपेंडिक्स 1 वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट शेड्यूल 1, राइट? देन हिमालयन वुल्फ और टिबेटन वुल्फ, it is vulnerable, cites appendix 1 wildlife protection act schedule 1, right? So wolves are extremely social, living in a pack of 6 to 8 individuals, run at very high speeds, right? Monogamous and follow male dominance hierarchy, communicate with different vocalizations and scent marking, right? So habitat Indian wolf, right? Habitat is, see, Indian wolf in peninsular India including Rajasthan, गुजरात एक्सेट्रा, पेनिनसुलर इंडिया में, एंड हिमालयन वुल्फ और टिबेटन वुल्फ अपर ट्रांस हिमालयन रेंजेस, राइट? सो बहुत सारे वुल्फ है लीस्ट कंसर्न एंड वल्नरेबल कैटेगरी में, राइट? सो वुल्फ्स आर देयर. देन रेड पांडा वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, यू कैन गो टू द नोट्स एंड स्टडी, राइट? अगर क्लास नोट्स फॉलो नहीं कर रहे तो यू कैन रीड इट फ्रॉम हियर. इंपॉर्टेंट स्पीसीज है रेड पांडा, राइट? एंडेंजर्ड स्पीसीज है, राइट? वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट स्पीसीज 22 स्पीसीज रिकवरी प्रोग्राम में भी है, right? So we have covered in the notes, right? That's why I'm not covering here, right? Then Asiatic lion we have covered, right? So that's why I'm not covering here, right? Then cheetah we have covered, right, in our notes, so that's why I'm not covering here, right? You can study it from here. Nilgiri tar we have covered, so that's why I'm not covering here. So then haluk gibbon we have already covered, right, in the core notes, so that's why I'm not covering here. Then Iberian lynx, it is not covered in our notes, so we'll be covering here. So this is vulnerable state, right? IUCN status. Then CITES appendix 1, right? ये important इसलिए because recently IUCN conservation status for Iberian lynx has been improved from endangered to vulnerable, reflecting significant increase in its population. So endangered से vulnerable में आया because इसका population बढ़ गया, right? अब क्या हुआ? So let's us discuss. See, in around 2000s or 2001 में the population of Iberian lynx was around 62, right? So in 2022 तक, right, because of conservation efforts the population increased to 648, that is 10-fold increase in population, and from 2002 to 2025 तक the population has increased to more than 2000. So because of this conservation efforts population has increased, and because of increase in population now it is vulnerable, right? So Iberian lynx कहाँ मिलती है, right? It is endemic to Iberian Peninsula. Iberian Peninsula covers Spain and Portugal, right? So found in southwestern Spain, some populations in Portugal. So mostly Spain and because of conservation efforts in the Spain, so Iberian lynx क्या है? This is a cat, right? It is a cat, and जो cat species है, right? Cat species with big legs, right? इनका legs जो है लंबे हैं, right? लंबे legs होंगे with respect to other cats से compare किया तो, right? So it is a cat species, wild cat species, right? So it is solitary hunter, right? Nocturnal or crepuscular, may temporarily become diurnal during winter, right? Live in small isolated metapopulations. European rabbit accounts for 80 to 90% of its diet. So European rabbits को attack करती है ये, right? So that is Iberian lynx, right? Now it is vulnerable, endangered से vulnerable बना है ये because of conservation efforts, right? Then next is avian species में Gyps indicus, right, is Indian vulture. So this is critically endangered, right? Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1 among 22 species under species recovery program, right? We have already covered, right? ये है Moyer Valley located in Mudumalai Tiger Reserve, Tamil Nadu is the only region with the largest nesting colony of Gyps vultures in wild, right? Gyps vultures in wild, and it is found in Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, etc. Right? ये critically endangered है vultures, right? Vultures we have covered comprehensively, right? So non-steroid banning of non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs like diclofenac and ketoprofen for veterinary use we have covered, so you can simply read and understand it. Right, then next is Jordan's cursor, we have already covered, right? Jordan cursor, critically endangered, Wildlife Protection Act among species recovery program, right? It is exclusively found in Andhra Pradesh, right? Exclusively endemic to Andhra Pradesh, especially within the Sri Lanka Malleshwara Wildlife Sanctuary in Kadapa of Andhra Pradesh. Lanka Malleshwara Wildlife Sanctuary in Kadapa district of Andhra Pradesh, right? Then greater adjutant stock. Greater adjutant stock, right? Greater adjutant stock, right? See, it got 2024 Whitley Gold Award dubbed as Green Oscar, right? For conserving greater adjutant stock, right? Purnima Devi Burman. So Purnima Devi Burman, she got the award, right? Green Oscar Award, that is Whitley Gold Award, right? Whitley Gold Award for conserving greater adjutant stock, right? So also known as Hargila, they reside only in Assam, right? 80% in Assam and Bihar of India and Cambodia. Assam, Bihar and Cambodia में मिलती है. One of the largest flying birds in the world, primarily scavengers feeding on carrion, but also consumes fish, reptiles and amphibians, right? Inhabits nesting in all tall trees with closed canopies and bamboo clumps surrounding nesting trees, right? So wildlife, nearly threatened, Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1, right? So mostly found in Assam, Bihar and Cambodia, right? Then Amur falcon is a bird. Amur falcon is a bird. It is a migratory bird, right? So it is least concern, Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1, locally known as Kuhai Punya in Manipur, right? It is a migratory raptor, make oases from breeding grounds in Russia and China to southern Africa, right? Russia and China say southern Africa. So it starts from Russia, China and comes in India, lands in India, stays for few days and then again goes to Africa, right? So Africa, 22,000 kilometer journey, longest sea crossing by any raptor. So it Amur falcon, right, travels for 22,000 kilometers. So migratory birds से, right? Russia and China से they migrate इंडिया की रूट से, राइट? जब आएंगे तो ये मणिपुर में लैंड करके, राइट, चले जाएंगे. मणिपुर passes through Manipur and Nagaland. So feeds on dragonflies that follow similar migration path over Arabian Sea, right? So Amur falcon is a migratory bird. Then next is aquatic species, right? Eurasian otters, right? Otters, right? So you can simply read and understand. इतना important है नहीं, बहुत सारे हैं nearly threatened, right? Then ये है Vaquita, right? This is critically endangered, right? Vaquita is the smallest and most endangered species of Cetacean order, right? So ये mammal है, right? So ये marine mammal है Vaquita, right? It is critically endangered. So marine mammal Vaquita, right? It is a toothed whale, right? Toothed whale like dolphins and sperm whales as opposed to whales with baleen. Baleen is a filter feeding system inside the mouth such as blue whale, right? So you can simply read, right? बस ये जानना है वकीता है मेरेन मैमल है, right? Marine mammal, it is critically endangered. Then blue whales है, blue whales भी, right? Endangered sites and Wildlife Protection Act, right? Largest and loudest animals on the planet, blue whales, right? Lifespan 80 to 90 years, right? Sometimes swim in small groups but are more often found alone in pairs, right? Feeds almost exclusively on krill, that is marine crustaceans, right? Krills पे feed होंगे, blue whales, right? Then reptiles, ये butterflies इतना important है नहीं, right? Then bumblebees, you can simply read and understand bumblebees, right? Then sea anemone, right? Sea anemone is important, we have already covered, right? Sea anemone, right? Sea anemone are what? Cnidarian, right? They are cnidarians. So cnidarians are what? Cnidarians, right? जैसे coral reefs है वो भी cnidarians है, right? So cnidarians we have discussed, right, in the second class, right? So scientists have found mass sea anemone bleaching of Agati Island, Lakshadweep. Sea anemone bleaching hua, right? They are ocean dwelling members of phylum Cnidaria, right? Cnidaria. Sea anemones are predatory animals and most species are found in coastal tropical waters. सी प्रेडेटरी एनिमल्स है, ये एनिमल्स है, सी एनोमली प्लांट्स की तरह ऐसा दिखता है, राइट? बट दे आर प्रेडेटर्स, जो भी फिश आती है फिश को ट्रैप करके मार देती है, सी एनोमीज, राइट? राइट, बट एक्सक्लूसिव इज क्लाउन फिश है, क्लाउन फिश ने एक टिक मेम्ब्रेन बनाया, राइट? सो क्लाउन फिश सी एनोमनी के साथ सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशन में रहती है, वी हैव सीन द वीडियो आल्सो, राइट? सो दे आर सी एनोमनी आर प्रेडेटरी एनिमल्स है ये, राइट? ये एनिमल्स है, प्लांट्स नहीं है, जैसे नाइडेरियन से कोरल्स आर व्हाट? एनिमल्स, राइट? सो प्रेडेटरी एनिमल्स एंड मोस्ट स्पीसीज आर फाउंड इन कोस्टल ट्रॉपिकल वाटर्स लाइक कोरल. सी एनोमनीज एस्टैब्लिश सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशन विद ग्रीन algae, राइट? नाइडेरियंस कोरल्स की तरह सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशन विद ग्रीन algae, राइट? सी सरफेस टेम्परेचर raise disrupts this relation resulting in bleaching, right? Bleaching, that is जैसे कोरल ब्लीचिंग होती है, सिमिलरली सी एनोमनी का ब्लीचिंग होती है. जैसे कोरल्स भी एनिमल्स है, सी एनोमनी भी एनिमल्स है, राइट? सो दैट वी नीड टू रिमेंबर. एंड दे आल्सो हैव सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशन विद क्लाउनफिश. सो क्लाउनफिश we have already discussed in the class, right? Clownfish is very important. So clownfish are protected by the stinging tentacles of anomaly, and anomaly gets food from clownfish meals, right? They play key biogeological roles in benthic ecosystem. जैसे नीचे वाला, right? Ocean का नीचे वाला part में they play important role, right? So that is sea anemone, again important. Cnidarians, right? Symbiotic relation with clownfish, right? Examples वगैरह दे सकता है, right? Which of the following symbiotic relation? Sea anemone and clownfish, right? Important example, right? The next is Betelipes chandrayani. Again, this is important. ये important because of tardigrades, right? Because of tardigrades, right? So ये important है, right? So watch a video, right? Then we will discuss.
Recently, a new species of tardigrade was just discovered, revealing secrets about their incredible radiation resistance. Tardigrades are one of the most resilient as well as enigmatic life forms on the Earth. Evolutionarily, they are an ancient species, with fossils dating back about 90 million years to the Cretaceous period. These organisms, also called water bears and moss piglets, are microscopic eight-legged creatures without a backbone. They are free-living tiny invertebrates belonging to the phylum Tardigrada. These marvels of nature can go without food or water for decades, enter a state of suspended animation, and then come back to life when conditions improve. They have the ability to quickly repair double-strand breaks in DNA due to radiation exposure by using a protein called TRID1. They also activate a gene to produce proteins that help both mitochondrial ATP synthesis and DNA repair. Researchers believe understanding tardigrade survival mechanisms could lead to breakthroughs in medicine, space exploration, and more.
Right? So you have watched the video, that is tardigrades. So tardigrades what? माइक्रोस्कोपिक एनिमल्स, राइट? हमारे कॉमन आई के लिए ये विजिबल ही नहीं है, सिर्फ माइक्रोस्कोप के नीचे ये विजिबल है, राइट? सो एनिमल्स विच यू सॉ ऑन द वीडियो, राइट? सो दीज आर tardigrades and Betelipis chandrayani, right, is a species, a new species of marine tardigrade discovered from the southeast coast of Tamil Nadu, right, is named as Betelipis chandrayani after Chandrayaan 3 moon mission, right? So Betelipis chandrayani is a tardigrade, right? So microscopic animals. अब ये एनिमल्स क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट? दे कैन सर्वाइव इन एक्सट्रीम एंड एक्सट्रीम ऑफ एनवायरमेंट्स, जैसे रेडियो एक्टिव रेस है, उधर भी कर सकते हैं, जैसे न्यूक्लियर रेडियो एक्टिव रेस होता है उधर भी, राइट? दैट मीन्स ये एक्चुअली क्या करती है, दे व्हेनेवर दे आर इन एक्सट्रीम कंडीशंस, राइट, ना वो एक्सक्रीट करती है, ना वो डाइजेस्ट करती है, राइट, ना दे रिलीज स्वेट, राइट, दे डोंट डाइजेस्ट थिंग्स, राइट, कंप्लीटली शट डाउन होती है, राइट? 10 साल, 5 साल, 6 साल, राइट? वंस द कंडीशंस आर ओवर दे कैन अगेन गेट इनटू एक्टिव मोड, राइट? सो वीडियो में भी देखा, इट हैपेंस बिकॉज ऑफ different genes it has, protein generating mechanisms it has, right? So studying this is very helpful. So that's why scientists are showing so much interest in tardigrades, right? ये काफी न्यूज में था, right? It can be asked in prelims, right? So tardigrades, so the third marine tardigrade species to have been scientifically described from the Indian waters. So Indian waters में भी है. It has a trapezoid shaped head and 4 pairs of legs with sharp tipped sensory spines. So you have seen in the video, right? They can survive extreme environmental conditions. So extreme to extreme, unimaginably extreme conditions, right? Hottest of places, coldest of places में ये रह सकता है, right? In fact, जो nuclear radiation से radioactive places है उधर भी रह सकता है, तो you can understand, right? So they are tardigrades. Recently, a study of first tardigrade fossil has enabled scientists to classify them and retrace their evolutionary history, right? So there is so much talk on tardigrades, so you need to remember it, right? Then next is sea cucumbers, again very important. ठीक है, 3 साल से 4 साल से ये न्यूज में है sea cucumbers, right? So I was expecting question on sea cucumbers, right? अभी तक पूछा नहीं है, so अभी आ सकता है, right? So sea cucumbers क्या है, right? कुकुम्बर्स की तरह दिखते हैं, बट ये एनिमल्स है, right? So sea belong to animal group called echinoderms, which contains starfish and sea urchins, right? Sea urchin starfish की तरह ये भी एक एनिमल है, right? sea cucumber, right? ज्यादा लोग सोचेंगे ये प्लांट स्पीसीज है, राइट? अगर यूपीएससी भी पूछेगा यही पूछेगी कंफ्यूज करने के लिए, बट इट इज एन एनिमल. sea cucumber is an animal, right? Animal, right? So as per a new research, repopulating sea cucumbers can help in recovery of coral reefs, right? Repopulating sea cucumbers, जैसे मान ले कई coral reefs को coral bleaching हो रहा है, right? उधर sea cucumbers को अगर आपने ग्रो किया, right? It can help in coral reef recovery. कैसे करते हैं? That we will see, right? So sea cucumbers, what they do? Sea cucumbers are basically, right? Sea cucumbers are basically detritivores, right? और decomposing organic matter को consume करती है, right? They are janitors of tropical seas as they consume decomposing organic matter. जो भी waste है, जो भी organic dead organisms है, उनको consume करती है sea cucumbers, right? And जब उनको consume करके, right? Then they release nutrients and nutrients क्या? Carbonates, राइट? जो कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट्स जो कोरल रीफ्स बिल्डिंग के लिए यूज होते हैं, तो उनको रिलीज करती है, राइट? न्यूट्रिएंट्स, कार्बोनेट्स आर रिलीज्ड. सो कार्बोनेट्स आर रिलीज्ड. व्हेन दे रिलीज कार्बोनेट्स, इट हेल्प्स इन कोरल्स रिकवरी, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई दे आर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर रिकवरी ऑफ कोरल रीफ्स, राइट? सो देखो, are known as janitors of tropical seas because they are mostly present in tropical waters, right? So India में भी ये present है, right? So India में present है Schedule 1 Wildlife Protection Act में, right? Janitors of tropical seas as they consume decomposing organic matter, right? And convert it into recyclable nutrients and buffers द ओशन एसिडिफिकेशन, अगेन ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, ओशन एसिडिफिकेशन को भी कम करती है ये, राइट. देन exhibit both sexual and asexual reproduction, right? So that's why it is important. So एक ocean acidification को भी बफर करती है, coral reef growth में भी हेल्प करती है. That's why these are important. And ये important इसीलिए था, right? world's first, ये भी नोट डाउन करो, world's first conservation sea cucumber conservation center was established in Lakshadweep, right? Established in Lakshadweep Island, right? So that is called as KK, Dr. KK Mohammed, Dr. KK Mohammed Koya Sea Cucumber Conservation Reserve. Right? So Dr. KK Mohammed Koya Sea Cucumber Conservation Reserve, world का first conservation reserve for sea cucumber is held in Lakshadweep Island. And sea cucumbers important है because ये highly priced है, right? Highly priced, they are smuggled. Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1 के अंदर है, right? So they are smuggled to countries like China. And China क्या करते हैं? They provide this as a food to athletes, right? You can note it down here, right? Athletes के लिए food, that means it has lots of nutritional benefits, performance enhanced benefits, right? So it is also consumed as seafood and Chinese medicines में भी use होती है. So that's why it is smuggled, right? 8-8 करोड़ का 10-10 करोड़ का smuggled sea cucumber material, right? Sea cucumber animals are caught, right? So इसीलिए ये important है, sea cucumber animal, right? जैसे starfish animal है वैसे sea cucumber animal, right? Then next is seaweed, right? Seaweed, that is context. ICAR Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute, see इसका headquarter कहाँ? We have discussed, that is in Kochi, right? Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute, Indian Council of Agriculture Research के अंदर Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute has been designated as a center of excellence for seaweed cultivation. Center of excellence for seaweed cultivation. Seaweed is what? This is a basically marine plant species. Common name for various species of marine plants and algae which grow in oceans as well as rivers, lakes, etc. Right? Multicellular and macroscopic autotrophs broadly classified into 3 groups: green, red, brown, etc. Right? And applications are nutritional, also called sea vegetables. Right? Provides many minerals like calcium, phosphorus, sodium, potassium. Right? Many vitamins. Right? A, B1, B12, C, D, E, etc. Then health, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, used in cancer treatment. Then manufacturing, binding agents in toothpaste, fruit jelly, organic cosmetics, skincare items, enhances crop productivity. So seaweed has numerous benefits, right? Then next is agarwood or Aquilaria melasinis, right? Agarwood, right? Agarwood जो अगरबत्ती है, right? Agarbatti are made of agarwood, so that's why they are called agarbatti. So agarwood, right? Again important, so you can watch this video, you will get more clarity over agarwoods, then we will discuss.
Hello students, agarwood, often called the wood of gods, is about to become India's new green gold. CITES has just eased export restrictions on this precious commodity. But what makes agarwood so special? Also known as Aquilaria malacensis, it is a species of tree belonging to the Thymelaceae family. It forms when Aquilaria trees become infected with a specific type of mold, leading to a dark, resinous heartwood that produces an exquisite fragrance. It's a highly prized ingredient in high-end perfumes, especially in Middle Eastern and South Asian cultures. The wood is also used in incense, small carvings, and even traditional medicine. The essential oil extracted from agarwood has anti-inflammatory, anti-rheumatic, analgesic and antioxidant properties. Since agarwood is cultivated in different parts of India, especially in the northeast, the development is going to benefit lakhs of farmers in Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, and Tripura.
Right? You have watched the video, right? So agarwood, that is, say it is evergreen tree native to northeast India. So India में northeast India, Bangladesh, Bhutan and parts of Southeast Asia and is considered a precious and aromatic plant in the region, right? So basically agarwood क्या होता है, right? In video also you have seen, see ये plant, right? Plant के बीच में agarwood grow होता है, right? And ये ऐसा नहीं कि सब plants में agarwood grows when certain molds, right? And certain fungi infects these plants, right? And then they grow agarwood, right? या अगर ग्रोथ करना है तो इनको फंगाई के साथ इंजेक्ट भी करते हैं प्लांट में कुछ फंगाई को अंदर भेज देते हैं इंजेक्शन टाइप लगा के, राइट? सो तब अगरवुड ग्रो करते हैं. सो बिकॉज इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू ग्रो दीज प्लांट्स, दैट्स व्हाई दे आर वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, राइट? सो एरोमेटिक प्लांट्स, ऑयल एंड चिप्स बोथ आर हाईली वैल्यूड इन द मार्केट, राइट? इससे ऑयल भी आती है, राइट? अगर ऑयल, राइट? अगर ऑयल इज ऑल्सो वेरी एक्सपेंसिव एंड उनको यूज करते हैं. अगर ऑयल, अगरबत्तीस, राइट? परफ्यूम्स में यूज होते हैं, राइट? सो दैट इज अगरवुड. अगरवुड इज एन एवरग्रीन प्लांट. इंडिया में मिलती है, इंडिया में नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरियाज में, राइट? देन नेक्स्ट इज Synthesia caninervis, right? So scientists have found a desert moss, that is Synthesia caninervis, which is able to withstand Mars-like environment conditions, right? Desert moss, right? So it is widespread in some of the Earth's harshest locations, including Antarctica and Mojave Desert, right? It could be the first possible pioneer species for the colonization of Mars. Colonization of Mars के लिए, right? ये pioneer species हो सकता है. That is Synthesia caninervis. Caninervis. Synthesia caninervis. Right? Then next, these things you can simply read, right? Semel tree, right? Then जो भी tree है ये largest genome of any organization on earth, right? इतना important है नहीं. Then palm tree is important. See, Odisha will plant palm tree to combat lightning deaths, right? So palm tree belongs to tropical forest ecosystem. Varieties of palm trees are coconut tree, oil palm, arecanut, and palmyra. Palmyra is declared as state tree of Tamil Nadu, right? Palmyra, right? Coconut, oil palm, and arecanut, right? These are various palm trees only, right? Varieties of palm trees, right? Characteristics: acts as natural conductors during lightning strike and prevent loss of lives, right? Male palm tree produces only flowers while female trees produces fruits as well, right? Palm leaves can be construction material, walls, roofs, etc. Provides edible and non-edible products, coconut वगैरह, right? Then Nilkurunji, right? Nilkurunji is vulnerable status. We know it is Nilkurunji is in Nilgiris. Nilgiris का नाम Nilkurunji से. Nilkurunji is blue. Nil means blue, right? So blue flowers. Because of these blue flowers, when they blossom, right, it turns Nilgiris into blue mountains. So that's why they are called Nilgiris, right? It has been included on the IUCN official red list threatened species under vulnerable category, right? IUCN vulnerable category में आते हैं ये, right? Then Nilkurunji shrub known for massive blooming every 12 years, right? Single reproductive episode before death, right? Then location: Shola grasslands of Western Ghats, the Nilgiri Hills, Palani Hills, and Eravikulam Hills of Munnar, and Chevroy Hills of Eastern Ghats. So that means, so Nilkurinjis are, ये point important है, they are also present in Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats में भी present है, right? Eastern Ghats में भी present है on Chevroy Hills. Chevroy Hills, right? Chevroy Hills में present है, right? Chevroy Hills in Eastern Ghats. The name Nilgiris Blue Mountains was derived from the color of these plants, right? Then water spinach, right? Water spinach, right? Water spinach now reached the door of farmers with the technology developed by Indian Institute of Vegetable Research. Native to tropics and subtropics, this semi-aquatic perennial plant is believed to have been the first domesticated in Southeast Asia, right? Benefits are: it is rich in folic acid, vitamin B9, contains medium levels of beta carotene, calcium, vitamin E and C, right? Helps prevent, right? These things you can study and you can understand, right? So एक बार पढ़ लो. Then अश्वगंधा भी एक बार पढ़ लो. Is an evergreen shrub found in parts of India, Africa and Middle East, right? Uses in medicine, India, Africa and Middle East, used as a medicinal plant, especially in traditional Ayurvedic medicine. Contains bioactive compounds, right? Anti-inflammatory, antioxidants, stress वगैरह बहुत सारे benefits है अश्वगंधा, right? Evergreen shrub है, right? That you need to remember. Then next is ये इतना important है नहीं, just go through and read if you find something important. Then see ये baobab tree, right? Baobab tree we have already discussed, right? ये अफ्रीका में मिलते हैं बड़े बड़े पेड़, right? We have also seen a video on this, right? So Global Society for Preservation of Baobabs and Mangroves have initiated a mission to rejuvenate baobab trees, right? So it was in news, right? So it is important. Mostly ये मेडागास्कर का native species है, right? So long lived deciduous small to large trees of 20 to 20 feet tall with broad trunks and compact tops, right? नीचे काफी broad होते हैं, right? Then grows in Africa, Madagascar and Australia, right? Grows in Africa, Madagascar and Australia, right? Basically native to Africa, right? Native Madagascar में पहले मिला था, फिर अफ्रीका में आया होगा, right? Then Australia. Also found in मध्य प्रदेश में कुछ एरिया में they are found. Also known as upside down tree, right? Fiber from bark is used to make rope, cloth, musical instruments, strings, etc. Right? While discussing in class, right, in the core, we have discussed how it is acting as lifeline to African people in which it is present, right? Food, shelter, right? Fruit भी ये देती है, उसका भी बहुत सारे uses करते हैं. Water storage बहुत करती है ये, right? So all these things we have discussed. So that is baobab tree, right? Native to Africa, right? So that's it. With this, we are done with PT 365 2024-25. Then after this, I'll be doing PT 365 of past 10 years का, past 10 years, right? PT 365 का important topics, right? Important topics जो अपने क्लास नोट्स में और PT 365 में कवर नहीं है या PYQs में कवर नहीं है, सिर्फ वही कवर करूंगा, right? ज्यादा नहीं होंगे because most of the things for our notes preparation also I have used PT 365 का important topics, right? जो उधर कवर नहीं है सिर्फ वही कवर करूंगा. It will not be more than 30 टॉपिक से ज्यादा नहीं होंगे, right? 30 टॉपिक से ज्यादा नहीं होंगे, right? Then I will be doing questions, right? जो भी टेस्ट सीरीज का क्वेश्चन है एनवायरमेंट रिलेटेड, जो इन सब में कवर नहीं है, right? जैसे अपने नोट्स, PYQs, right? या PT 365 एंड पास्ट ईयर्स PT 365 इनमें कवर नहीं है, उनमें कुछ क्वेश्चंस I will be solving, right? So that's it. See you in the next class. Bye.